Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that you can utilize in your Honor of Kings ranked games and win a lot of more matches, even in solo queue. So the first thing I need you guys to do is go ahead and select 2 roles that you're going to always be playing or really enjoy. And then within those 2 roles, pick up 6 to 10 heroes. And this is really important because whenever you play any kind of rank mode or even like the classic mode, you always get this lane pre-selection mode. And you're gonna have to choose 2 roles. And this is important again because right now, as you guys can see, my most played roles are jungle and farm lane. Hence why I'm selecting these 2 roles whenever I want to play seriously, right? So for my jungle here, Musashi, Hanshin, and Ying are my most top 3 played heroes for the jungle. And farm lane is Lady San, Luban, and Darenji. And you can easily tell which are probably the most heroes that you play or been playing by just going to the heroes tab and then selecting proficiency. You want to press it and it's going to list you all the heroes that you really like. So maybe if you've been playing a hero a lot and you haven't been keeping track, you're going to be able to come here to this heroes tab, select proficiency, and see what heroes are pretty much your best heroes or the most played heroes. So for me, again, Lady San, Marco Polo, Lung, Luban, Darenji, these are my top heroes in the farm lane, meaning that again, I'm a farm lane player. And then you have Hanshin, you have Yuhan Jungle, Lamb, Musashi, and these are my next top played heroes or most played heroes that I have that are jungles. So this is my 2 role, and you can already kind of tell. And I'm showing you guys this because this kind of indicates what kind of player I am. I am a jungle and farm lane player. Obviously, if you're new to the game, again, you want to pick up 2 roles and make sure to learn 3 for each role, or maybe 5 even heroes for each role, because there is a ban system. Whenever you get to master and above, there is a ban system. There's going to be heroes that you play that are kind of broken and people ban them out. Like for example, Ogren. I play a lot of Ogren, as you guys can see right here, but Ogren is pretty much banned, or like even Lamb is banned like 90% of the matches in rank right now. So you want to always have like backup heroes that you're really good at. Okay, now the second thing is using proper build and arcana. I see a lot of people just kind of blindly use the default builds that the game recommends you. Like as you can see right here, whenever you open the build tab, the game has like these pre-made builds for you. These are most of the time okay, like for like a starter, like for like starting out. But what you want to do is not even go to the pro tab. The pro tab is a little bit weird because sometimes the game allows content creators that are not the highest or like the best players to kind of put their builds here. So you want to skip that, go to the hot tab and scroll down, and you're going to see people with high power and high win rates. You want to try to copy those builds. And you can kind of, sometimes they also troll, like some of the top players troll build. And they just, put it there so they can troll like the other people trying to play the heroes. But you can kind of tell when a build is good when, the next top 3 or top 2 players have the similar builds. Like right here, you can see everyone has pretty much the same build. It's just the arcana is a little bit different. And that's because people have different, preferences for arcana. Sometimes this guy wants a bit of a lifesteal. This guy doesn't need, this guy needs 10 lifesteal, right? So it depends. It depends how you want to play it. It depends, how your playstyle is. But again, you want to kind of just look at the hot tab and then try to check the top 3 builds and try to pick usually the ones with the highest win rate. So like right here for Chano, this build is probably good. And then you can test it in game and see if you want to replace any item. If you have a different playstyle, you want to change up your arcana, or you want to run even different like comet talent. Instead of flash, you want to run frenzy for your lane. So again, make sure to check out the proper builds. Okay, the third point is going to be the solo practice mode. This is very important in your learning progress. I see a lot of people just, blindly buy a hero, jump into ranked, or even jump into classic modes and, try to expect too much and then be like, nah, this hero is garbage, I'm not gonna play it again. But again, smart people, what you want to do is pretty much just go into their mode. You're gonna go to practice mode. This is gonna be your best friend when learning a new MOBA. Even if you're not, even if you're experienced, this is how you learn new heroes. This is how I learn new heroes. What you want to do whenever a new hero comes out, or if you want to learn something, you want to limit test, you just go ahead here, you put maximum cooldown, you put maximum this and that, and you practice the combos. Like right here, like let's say you're a new player and you don't know what Hong Xin does. Obviously, you just press auto attack, you know, try the passive. You can even read the skills within the practice mode. There's detail mode, there's brief mode, and you can see what everything does, what happens every single level up, what you should be leveling up, and how much damage you do, how much life steal. And you can practice. You can practice different stuff. You can practice the combo here, and you can even add dummies that will show you how much damage you are doing or how much damage a skill does. And even you can even take this to the next level and try different builds, you know, from here. You can change the top presets. You can go, and this comes back to my first point where I told you guys to kind of try to copy like the top players. You can try the different builds and see what works the best for you, which is pretty nice. It's a nice system to have. The next thing you want to do is pretty much utilize your minimap. I see a lot of people never use their minimap and then kind of get surprised when there's ganks coming. Like, especially in the early game, you want to look at the minimap. You can kind of see where the junglers are starting or where they are. Like if the enemy jungler is in top lane, you obviously, you know, you can engage in the bot lane. You can ask your team to rally, assemble. You can tell them to retreat if you don't want to gank. So make sure to always check your minimap, utilize the ping. You can even have voice chat enabled. You can use the chat to type. There's so many options. There's so many tools you have, including the minimap. Minimap is the most, you know, it's the most informative thing you have in a mobile game. It tells you so much. It tells you when the next minion waves are coming. Just look at that. The next minion waves are coming. You can pan over and just look at the minions come up. You can look at the tower health. You can look at the objectives coming out. You can see if the enemy side camps are coming up or they're up. Obviously, sometimes you have to get close and look at the vision. But yeah, you can kind of get the idea of how much information you can get. So all you have to do is pretty much just clear your lane if you're a laner, get some farm, and just look at the minimap and try to play with your team. And that's my next point. This is a team game. You guys gotta realize, even if you're in solo queue, you cannot always 1v9. There's certain healers, obviously, like let's say like Marco Polo Yario, you could 2v8, you can carry really hard. But still, there's a lot of games, I don't know if you guys noticed, when you go to mid to late game, if the enemy team is playing better as a team, you're not gonna be able to win. They're gonna just like 4-man, 5-man jump you and you're dead if no one else is following up. So you want to always make sure you look at your minimap and make sure your teammates are around you, and you know, try to attack, try to engage, try to retreat, try to kind of take the leadership role in every single game and play around your team, which is really important. And another bonus kind of would be learning matchups. Learning matchups is really important. Let's say like you don't know what certain heroes do, or like let's say you're learning a role but you don't know what a certain like ADC does. You want to try to learn it. Like let's say I don't know what Marco Polo does. I'm gonna go ahead into practice mode and learn. So Marco Polo, he has this, he has a dash, and he has the ultimate where he's able to do a bunch of true damage and also just, you know, jump on multiple targets. So now, based on that, you know, I can try to see what kind of heroes are going to be good against that. Let's say I'm in a farm lane, I want to counter Marco Polo. What would I pick here? Arlie. If I played Arlie before, I know that Arlie has a lot of movement. Arlie is able to move around, you know, kind of dodge Marco Polo's skills. Constant U is able to kind of use the second skill, dodge some of the damage before he gets the true damage. Use the ultimate to interrupt his ultimate. You know, there's so many like different counters and up plays you can learn, but just the practice mode. And also, one thing is that I'm not gonna blame anyone, you know, if you're not using the practice mode, but it comes with experience. So you're gonna have to spend a lot of time, learn counters and learn your role, the two roles that I mentioned, so you can enjoy the game. And then I guess I'll give you guys another bonus. Another bonus is never, you know, play solo in this game. This game is, it kind of takes a mental toll on you when you play solo queue. I am a solo queue, like literally only solo queue player. Every time someone invites me, I just literally decline it just because how, you know, I don't have the time to have a duo or a trio. But I feel like if you want to enjoy the game, if you want to easily rank up, you need a duo or trio in a normal mode. Unless you play peak tournament mode, obviously it's going to be always solo. But yeah, try to find friends whenever you play. If someone is playing really good in your team, even if you're in solo queue, try to build a friendship with someone. You know, if you like someone's playstyle, just add them after the game. Be like, yo, we had a good match. Let's play. Join groups, join Discord channels, and try to find pretty much teammates that you enjoy playing with. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. Let's just go over all the points real quick. So first point, you know, picking up the 2 best roles and picking up 6 to 10 heroes that you are gonna play. So that's really important. That's literally the key. Second point, the 2 point, right, is gonna be you guys choosing the proper builds and arcana. You want to make sure you're not trolling yourself using bad builds and outdated builds. So always try to check out the hot tab and keep your builds and arcana updated. And then third point, again, utilize the practice mode. If you don't know something about a hero, if you don't know what the skill indicators are, what the limits are, just come to the practice mode, learn. Like right here, OE so slow. I never knew that because I just look at this screen. I feel like some people just choose heroes because they think they don't, you know, they look cool or they don't look cool, or just like look at the text and they're like, okay, I don't like this hero. And I believe there's like a little video thing you can use here to kind of see what heroes do. So you can even utilize this. You don't even have to go into the practice mode. Just learn a little bit. Just learn a little bit before you get into a game. Utilize all the practice and information the game is giving you. But yeah, fourth point, look at the minimap. Always know where you are, where your teammates are. Try to look at the minimap. You get all the information you need. You don't even have to kind of look at your lane unless like it's close fights. Like, let's say you're 1v1ing someone, that's the only time you kind of have to look at the lane. But yeah, looking at minimap, always have kind of like a side eye on the minimap, or even if you cannot focus on the minimap on the top, you know, left or right corner of the screen, move it a little bit to the right so you can see it. So always look at the minimap, always look at the information. That doesn't really take away from, you know, once you get the habit of it, it doesn't really take away from your game. And then the fifth point, as I said, remember, it's always a team game. It's a MOBA, it's a 5v5 MOBA. Always play around your team, always engage when your team is around. Again, mid to late game is very dangerous trying to make solo plays. So the better team always wins. It's not the best player wins. It's always the better team. Even if you look at the competitive play, a lot of people put a lot of focus in team play, team engages, team fights. And it's the same thing, especially once you get into higher ranks like Master and above. You can notice it's literally a team-based game. And for the bonuses, again, you want to go ahead here, learn the matchups. You want to learn what different heroes do. You want to kind of just go through all the heroes in a practice mode if you have the time. If not, just learn the counters and the matchups in your own lane, whatever lane you usually play. Try to see what counters what and try to learn that. And yeah, try to find teammates. That's like another bonus. Try to find the proper teammates and play with them. But you guys, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I did make it a little bit long because I've been explaining a little bit. But if you guys have any questions, if I missed anything, comment down below. But these are the 5 best tips and the 2 bonuses that I gave you guys. If you guys follow these for the next week or 2, you're gonna be able to keep climbing. So I know some of you guys probably don't want to listen to me and follow the steps, but I know some of you guys will do that. So if you are going to do this, comment down below, let me know, and come back in a week or 2 and give me your feedback, and maybe I'll make a video even on that, and maybe you can send me some footage and I can review it and, you know, compare how you improved in the game. But yeah, much love, guys. Make sure to take this seriously and, you know, enjoy ranking up. Peace out, guys.